All right, Burgundy Gold Nation, before we get into this episode, I have to ask, man, please subscribe to this channel. This channel needs your support. We're going to build this channel from the ground up. I'm bringing you weekly Commander content. All you have to do is subscribe. And the best thing about subscribing, it's absolutely free. It won't cost you one penny. All right, Nation, let's get into it. All right, Burgundy Gold Nation, this is Commanders Talk, and it's your boy, T-Main, and I'm back in the building. Will the Commanders tight ends improve in 2025? But before we get started, a week from today, next Sunday, Commanders versus Giants. Sunday, September 7th, 1 p.m. game, just 7 days away. It's unbelievable, man. We 1 week away from week one. Man, this is so exciting, man. I can't wait for this game. Now, will the Commanders tight ends improve in 2025? Now, in case you missed it, this is the last position group that we're going to talk about on Commanders Talk for this season. We actually reviewed the running backs, we did the wide receivers, we did the offensive line, we did defensive line, we did linebackers, we did cornerbacks, defensive backs. We covered them all. Now, in case you missed those episodes, I'm going to put a link in the description below to all those episodes, man. So I suggest you go back and watch those as well. Now, 2024, who do we have on the squad? Our tight ends then was Zach Ertz, who played his butt off. He had a great season last season. My man John Bates, who still is one of the best blocking tight ends in the game. And Ben Sinnott, who was then, last year, was a rookie. We had a decent tight end group last season. Just on the strength of Zach Ertz alone. He had a phenomenal season last season, man. He found that fountain of youth. He balled out for us. Now, can we expect him to do that again in 2025? I mean, well, we hope so. But that remains to be seen. So, but let's take a look at Zach Ertz's stats from last season. And you can see right here, he balled out. He finished the season with 66 receptions, 654 yards, and 7 touchdowns. A PFF grade of 64.2. Man, that was incredible, man. For a guy his age, I did not expect him to have those type of the numbers last season at all. I didn't expect that. It was definitely a shock to me. I didn't expect him to ball out. I was kind of hoping they would rely more on the rookie, Ben Sinnott. I thought Ben Sinnott, he was a third-round pick. I was hoping he would have came in and just took that spot right away. But Zach Ertz, he was like, nah, I'm a vet. I still got something left in the tank, and I'm going to show you guys. And he did. He balled out for us. So that's why he's probably going to be the starter in 2025, no doubt about it. Now, John Bates, he was on the squad last season. How did he fare? Let's take a look. Not too good, man. I mean, he didn't get that many targets at all. He only had 8 receptions for 84 yards, 0 touchdowns. And he couldn't even register a PFF grade last season, man. Yeah, he's more of a blocking style tight end, right? And you need those for sure. But at the same time, in this offense, man, it would be cool if you can get this guy out there catching some passes. When he comes in the game, everybody thinks he's going to block. Why not shed that block and go on a route and catch the ball? They have to figure out a way. The Commanders, Cliff Kingsbury, and offense will have to figure out a way to get this guy more involved in the offense. Period. I mean, Zach Ertz is old. I mean, let's face it, man. We got to get this guy more involved, and we got to get this next guy, Ben Sinnott, more involved in the offense. Ben Sinnott finished the season last year with 5 receptions for 28 yards, 1 touchdown. He couldn't even register a PFF grade either. That's horrible. For a third-round pick, man, that guy has got to get more involved in the offense. And it's worrying me a little bit because he hasn't been much involved in the offense in preseason. You hardly seen him. What's going on with this guy? I'm not sure, man. They got to figure out a way to get my man John Bates more involved and Ben Sinnott more involved. No doubt about it. You have to. So AP in the front office, they decided to run it back with these guys. They didn't do anything in free agency. They didn't do anything in the draft to address the tight end spot. Nothing. They decided to run it back with these 3 guys. And they added a 4th guy. My man, Colson Yankoff. Man, Yankoff, man. That's a hell of a football name. I love that name for a football player, man. Yankoff. That's crazy. They brought him in. He's 4th string. They got to figure out a way to get Colson Yankoff, Ben Sinnott, and John Bates more involved in the offense. Period. They got to earn Jaden Daniels' trust. I don't know if they have. I mean, we haven't seen much of it in preseason. We see a little bit of it in training camp, but not much in preseason, man. We got to figure out a way to get these guys more involved. No doubt about it. So the questions at tight end is, obviously, will Ben Sinnott be more of a factor this season in 2025? Can they figure out a way to get John Bates more involved in the offense? Can they get Colson Yankoff more involved in the offense? Can Zach Ertz find that fountain of youth again in 2025? These are all questions we have to answer, man. So has the position group tight ends improved in 2025? It's really hard to say. If they want to improve, they have to figure out a way to get the young guys more involved in the offense. Ben Sinnott, Colson Yankoff, and John Bates. You have to phase away my man Zach Ertz. Yeah, he balled out for you last season, of course. Yeah, that's great. But this is a youth movement. That guy's getting older, man. So you got to figure out a way to phase him out and get these young guys more involved. Hands down. No question about it. You have to. That's the only way that the offense and the tight ends is going to improve and the offense can succeed. The best thing you can give a young quarterback, we already know, a running game and a tight end. So you got Ben Sinnott, who's young. So you have to develop him now while Jaden Daniels is young. They have to develop that chemistry, man. Once they get that bond and that chemistry, Ben Sinnott could be one of Jaden Daniels' top targets. He's going to always look when he's in trouble. If the route's not there for the wide receivers, he's going to always look for that tight end and the running back coming out the backfield, period. Those are the two checkdowns that you always can rely on. So he has to they got to figure out a way to get my man Ben Sinnott and Colson Yankoff more involved in the offense, period. They have to figure it out. If the offense wants to succeed, they got to figure out a way to get those guys more involved, period, man. So my thoughts, I think they can be better. They have to be better. I mean, it can't get any worse. You saw the stats for 2024. Besides Zach Ertz, we had nothing else going on in tight end. Zero. So the tight end group has to improve. It can't get any worse, man. I mean, I guess it could. I guess my man Zach Ertz could have an awful year. But somebody's got to step up. And I'm going to say right now, having Colson Yankoff on the squad is going to push Ben Sinnott. It's definitely going to push him, man. Ben Sinnott should be put on notice right now that Colson's on this squad, 4th string. And they kept him there for a reason. The reason is Ben Sinnott he's not producing. If the writing's on the wall, man, if he don't produce, Colson Yankoff is going to pass him on that depth chart. Next thing you know, he's going to be backing up my man, Zach Ertz. So Ben Sinnott, I'm sure he hears that noise. He hears those footsteps. He has to step his game up. Will he? Whatever remains to be seen. The cool thing about it, we get to see in 7 days whether this guy steps his game up. We get to see in 7 days if Zach Ertz can find that fountain of youth again in 2025. We get to see in 7 days if Colson Yankoff can make some noise. And we get to see in 7 days if my man John Bates can get more involved in the O. We sure hope so, man. All right, nation, that's in this episode, man. I appreciate y'all for chiming in. Man, get in that comment section. Let me know if you think the tight end group will improve in 2025. Man, we sure hope so. Also, if you can bang that like button, bang the notification bell, man, please subscribe. This channel needs your support. And if you made it to the end, salute.